something that's been stirring quite a bit of buzz, the UFO, or what many are calling the UAP outbreak, mainly in the New Jersey and New York areas. Now, if you've been following the news, you might have heard that the government and mainstream media are suggesting this whole thing is winding down. Fewer sightings, fewer videos popping up online. But is that really the case? Let's dig a little deeper. Government's take versus reality. So, according to the media, the so-called crisis is over. Fewer clips are circulating, and it feels like the story is being pushed under the rug. But here's the twist, there are reports, though unconfirmed, that new footage, especially from areas near military bases, is being taken down or demonetized almost as soon as it's uploaded. Now, I haven't had any spooky agencies knocking on my door just yet, but it does make you wonder. FAA's contradiction, while the official line is that these sightings are just drones or regular aircraft that people are misidentifying, there's a glaring inconsistency here. The FAA, unlike the government, seems to think there's more to investigate. They've expanded their search area and are tightening restrictions on legitimate drone operators. Why the continued effort if this is just a case of people suddenly noticing things that were always there? Historical context. What's fascinating is that this isn't the first time we've seen objects like this. Similar phenomena were reported by the U.S. Air Force 70 years ago, way before drones were a thing. These weren't just random sightings either. People described objects moving in ways that don't match up with what we know of conventional aircraft. Recent developments and FAA actions. The FAA's recent actions speak volumes. Initially, they set up drone exclusion zones in 22 districts in New Jersey. Now, that's extended to another 9. And despite the clampdown, sightings are still coming in from places like Somerset, Ocean, and Bergen counties. Public interest hasn't waned either. Yet, officials maintain there's no national security threat here. But not everyone in power is on the same page. Local authorities speak out. Ocean's County Sheriff Michael Mastronardi shared an encounter where their police drone couldn't keep up with mysterious aircraft. They even sought federal help to deal with these incidents. Meanwhile, Congressman Jeff Van Drew raised alarms about these drones possibly being foreign surveillance devices. But here's the kicker, why would foreign agents make their drones so visible? It just doesn't add up. Commercial drones versus UAPs. Let's talk about the theory that these are just commercial drones. Yes, drones can do some impressive things, but they don't usually carry the kind of bright, strobe-like lights we've been seeing. Plus, in all the reported sightings, not a single drone has crashed or been recovered, which seems pretty unlikely if these were just regular drones. Historical sightings and patterns. Looking back, this isn't new. The Hudson Valley Flap in the early 1980s had similar reports. People saw huge, silent V-shaped objects with colored lights. These sightings were so frequent that local newspapers covered them extensively. And much like today, the explanations were varied, with some pointing to pranksters flying in formation, but many dismissed that idea because the behavior of these objects didn't match up with typical planes. Modern-day parallels and conclusion. Fast forward to today, and we're seeing similar objects, now dubbed UAPs, being tracked by military personnel. The Pentagon even recently declassified footage that looks strikingly similar to what's being reported now. What's different this time is the technology we have to capture and analyze these sightings, yet the mystery remains. So, is this outbreak over? I don't think so. With the FAA stepping up their game and historical parallels that can't be ignored, it's clear there's more to this story. Thanks for tuning in, and a special shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys make this possible. Until we get some real answers, stay curious, stay informed, and as always, stay angry about space.